At Gramophone, we see that our clients with control systems use their home electronics more often. Control makes it easy to use your lighting, your window shades, your home theater system, even your heating and cooling in ways that really make a house a home. We hope you enjoy this video with Alex Capecelatro, the founder of Josh.ai, talking about their latest innovations at CEDIA 2025. Okay, Josh, turn the lights to 5% and turn on the movie Casablanca.
Welcome to Glass House by Josh.ai, our 2025 demo experience. This room simulates a stunning 20,000 square foot home in Aspen, Colorado. The home is powered by Josh as the control system and equipped with Ketra lighting, Lutron shades, Ecobee thermostats, Sonos streaming with Origin acoustic speakers, TVs by Sony, video streaming through Apple TV and Roku, cinema content from Kaleidoscape, locks by Schlage, security panels by Elk, door stations by Doorbird, surveillance by IC Realtime, and much, much more. This extraordinary home isn't just about the devices, it's about the experience. AI is transforming every industry, and at Glass House, we're here to show you how an AI-driven smart home gives you superpowers to run a better business and deliver a more delightful solution for your clients. We're going to take you on a journey, exploring what the residents of Glass House get to enjoy thanks to the magic of Josh.ai. To get started, a member from the Josh team is going to welcome you inside Glass House.
Everyone, that's me. My name's Alex. I'm a member of the Josh team, co-founder of the company, so great to have you guys all here. So as you heard, we like to embed AI into everything that we're doing, from music, security, shades. And to get started, I just want to show you an example of Josh doing one of those things. This room is fully enabled as a demo. The shades work, the lights work, the music works. That video is the only pre-canned thing. So I want to show you Josh analyzing the door station real quick, which is the first thing you would see when you come to the Glass House. This is not pre-recorded, it's not pre-canned. So if someone wants to do something silly, Josh might notice it.
Someone is at the front door. Give me a moment to look around. I see a group of people gathered around, possibly attending an event or presentation. They seem to be dressed in business casual clothing with various shirt and pant colors. The atmosphere suggests a formal setting typical of trade shows or corporate gatherings.
So using Josh's AI, we can analyze any camera and then let you know what's going on. In this case, with the door station, it can tell you it sees someone holding a package, there are two people holding a bottle of wine, whatever's happening at the front door. It's able to send a push notification to your phone. It's able to announce over any room. So you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, the doorbell rings, you can hear who's there, and you can respond and say, unlock the door. It can also pop up on your touchscreen, which is what it was doing over here. This is our brand new 10-inch touchscreen that we just launched this week, now in the Josh store and shipping. This is showing live camera. We've got two-way intercom. It's a great way to be able to get a bigger sort of viewpoint when you're using Josh. So if you're not using the touchscreen, you don't need to have the app. It's great if you have guests, or you just want to walk in a room, and right from here, I'm able to go and adjust my lights, my shades, anything going on. But I now want to focus our attention on something you might have seen outside the booth. We call it AI.XOS. It's our brand new operating system. AI.XOS is going to run across all Josh devices, and I want to demo it using the phone to kind of show you what it can do. So this screen over here is going to be a live mirror of the phone, and that's what I'm holding here. So it's just a little live view, nothing pre-recorded. So how many of you are familiar with the current Josh app? So a good majority of you. If you're not, no worries, we're going to show you stuff. But if you know the Josh app, you're going to notice some stuff here looks familiar and some of it looks new. We have rethought almost everything in the app. So first thing is we're leading into the new iOS 26 liquid glass stuff. Nav is on the bottom. That's floating up there. So the nav is always present. I can tap around. Really easy to get between the different views. We've updated the way we do the chat interface. Instead of it taking over the whole screen, it's a little sort of AI modal. So an example would be, what lights are on? So I can just ask it pops up, it tells me. So you've got all your voice built right down there. Modal pop-ups for getting into my settings, switching buildings. If I want to see my chat history or scheduled activities, But then when I come down here, instead of the view just being one sort of static view, it's now gonna scroll. You can now pin scenes right on the home screen. So if you want quick access to scenes, those exist right there. And then you can move your dashboard to be right here as well. So we picked a few devices that we want to easily control. These can be customized for every device. So maybe one person wants certain devices, someone else wants other devices. Super easy to customize. And unlike other control systems, it doesn't make the home screen look busy. It's all below the fold. So you open the app, it looks clean, and then you scroll and you can see it. We've changed the way devices are easy to open and close, so it's really quick. So for example, if I want to open the shade a little bit, show me any other control system this easy, tap the shade, swipe up a little bit, get rid of it, the shade's opening. It's very easy to do. Or if I want to control lights, I can go into this light, adjust the color. This is our brand new color interface, make it a little bit brighter. That's that blue there. I can do the same thing on the bottom one. These are all individually addressable. So I go there, make it like a pink, make it brighter. It's super easy to go and control any of the Josh devices, and then I just dismiss it down. So lights, shades, thermostats, fireplaces, anything that you've got, we've made it really easy. But one of the ones I want to highlight that we spent time really refining is cameras. Other control systems and the old Josh experience was more of like an image that would refresh. It was a little choppy. We partnered up with IC Realtime. We're actually going to be selling their products right in the Josh store after the show. And now you can see it's a real-time camera stream. It looks great. Whether you're on the local network or remote, it's always going to work this way. So it's just a really nice way to get real-time camera streams. And again, any camera can do that AI analysis. Tell me what you see in the backyard. Tell me what you see in the driveway. It's able to analyze what it sees. So we've done a lot around the devices. But what about areas? For a while, people have said our areas view is getting a little bit busy. Well, if I pop into areas and I go into this room, what we've done is instead of every device having its own tile on this view, we're grouping them together now. So I've got one tile for the 12 lights, one tile for the 2 shades. I can always drill in if I want to control individually, but the idea is that it makes that first view really simple. But part of what we've done with the room view as well is we've changed the way that we do lighting control, where now I can do group lighting as well as individual. So I've got, each of my individual loads, but if I tap up on the top, I can go into a group controller. How many of you have experienced popcorning with Josh or any other system before? Most of us, right? Popcorning is frustrating. It lowers the experience. Well, we saw every load in here is individually addressable. I can change them all one by one. But if I want to change the whole room, take a look at this space. I'm going to make it blue really quick. Tell me if you see any popcorning. There is absolutely zero popcorning. I'll send it back to white just to show you, sync to daylight. It's immediate. We've spent a lot of time rebuilding the entire back end for cameras, for lighting, for grouping. We've made everything really snappy, really fast, and really elegant. So the last thing that I want to show you in the app that I'm really excited about, and by the way, there are like 20 other things I don't have time to show you, but the last big thing is how we've rethought about scenes. How many of you create scenes for clients? Good morning, good night, most of us, right? When clients have scenes, they use them every day. You wake up with that good morning scene, you go to bed with that good night scene. But when we looked at the data, about half of our projects had 0 scenes added to them. And we want to understand why. It's really easy to make scenes in Josh. You have to talk to the client, ask them what they want, often go on site. It's a whole project. So what we've done is when I go to make a scene, we now recommend scenes that are intelligent. We're looking at what rooms you have, what devices you have, and from that, Josh is going to recommend a variety of scenes that we think might make sense for you. But it's not just the name of the scene. We're recommending what that scene is going to do. So for example, if I were to build this goodnight scene, it's a one tap to build. It's going to recommend, we see you have lights, let's turn off those lights. We see you have locks, let's lock those locks. We see you have music, let's turn off that music. It's going to look at what you have and it's going to be intelligent. This is going to be a real game changer. But then we said, what if someone wants a scene that we haven't recommended? Well, that's where the AI comes in. So I'm going to need you guys to help participate a little bit. I want to show you that you can generate a scene for anything you can imagine, and Josh is going to do it in just a couple seconds. So let's pretend we have a guest coming over for dinner or something. Someone give me an example of a country they might be visiting if they're coming from outside the US. Canada. Belgium. Let's do Belgium because it's more interesting. Nothing against Canada, but Belgium might be a little bit more dynamic. And then what do we want to have with them? Are they coming over for coffee, for dinner? What's like a dinner? All right, so Belgium, dinner. And someone give me a mood. Do we want it to be energetic, relaxing, peaceful? Like, what mood do we want to be? Relaxing, all right. So we want to make a scene where I have no idea. How do you entertain a Belgium client for dinner that's going to be relaxing? This takes thought, right? Let's let the AI help us. Create a scene where I have a client visiting from Belgium. They're coming over for dinner, and I want to make sure it's going to be a very relaxing time. So we just tell Josh what we want. It's now looking at what I asked for. It's looking across what devices and rooms we have here. And in a couple seconds, it's going to recommend what it thinks a good scene would be. So the Belgium welcome scene creates a warm, inviting atmosphere for your client from Belgium. But that button on the bottom, show scene, when we tap on it, it goes all the way through to actually generating that scene. It's going to take a few more seconds, but it's also generating an image based on what we asked for. So we'll see the image update here in a little bit. But what does that scene do? So there's the image. So the scene here, it's going to set the dining room lights to 20% brightness, lower the living room to 10, set the thermostat, play jazz playlist from Spotify, close the dining room shades, open the living room fireplace if it's winter, and then turn on the French press coffee maker if you have one. That one's a little bit more of the AI kind of being creative, but the idea is that this is meant to give you 90% of what you need, and then you go and adjust. Maybe 20% brightness is a little bit too low. I pop in there and say, I want it maybe 40%. You can easily go and adjust right in the app. It also gives you voice triggers when you want to voice command it. So if I say, dinner serenity, cozy evening setup, etc., it'll run that scene, and it even gives me custom responses, setting the table for relaxed dinner. If I then go into my settings and I pin it, now right on my home screen, I can go and see that dinner relaxation scene, and I can run that scene. So it's very easy to ask for anything you want. I've got kids coming over. I want to set the environment for them. I've got the in-laws. I want to make sure that, it's a little bit more energetic. Whatever it is that you want, Josh will create a scene for you. I'm just going to delete that really quick. Oh, that's funny. We end up creating two scenes. So that was a little bit of a bug we'll have to work through. But that was dinner relaxation. And then Belgium welcome was this one. So, in this case, I'm just curious on the music, what Belgian music would do. Yeah, so it didn't know what music to do for Belgium. It's funny, if I asked for like Italian, it's like Italian music, but I was curious what it would do on that one. So I'm just gonna delete it so I don't forget about it later. The app, again, has been fully reimagined across lots of different domains, and I can't wait to get this out. Our goal for the show is we're showing this for the first time. We plan to ship in about 4 weeks because we want your feedback. We're gonna do webinars, we're gonna show you how to set it up, we're gonna show you what's going on, and we don't want this to go to customers until you fully understand it. But the idea is, if you like something, if you don't like something, send us a note, let us know. We're gonna continue optimizing it and then plan to release in about 4 weeks. So the last thing I wanna show you is going back to a piece of hardware. We've got on this screen some clips of our Josh Edge product, and then we just switch this over to Apple TV because I'll show you that in a second. Many of you have already pre-ordered or know about Josh Edge. We've been working on this for about 1.5 years now. This is a product that came directly out of dealer requests. They said we want an easy, simple, hard button remote. This is basically the packaging we're gonna ship in. It'll be a little bit smaller, it doesn't need to be that big. And then this is gonna be the product off of the production tooling. Right now we're going through final testing, firmware, etc. But this is basically exactly what's gonna ship. On this product, it's an aluminum body, it feels great. The battery lasts for months, nice hard buttons. It's got backlighting, I'll show you in a second. But the top 6 buttons, that's really the magic of this product. You can change those buttons, they just kind of pop out. And then in software, you put whatever you want. If we want that Belgium relax scene, you can make that one of the scenes. If you want to have a button that turns on lights, you can do that. If you want to make it all about TV, make the buttons about TV. So the top left button's lights, I press that, we're gonna see the lights toggle down. Press it again, we see them come back on. You can program single tap, double tap, and long tap. So there's a lot that you can do. Second button is shades, tap on that, we're gonna see the shades open up. Out of the box, we didn't want to ship a bunch of blanks. We wanted this to be useful. These are the 6 buttons that it's gonna ship with out of the box, and then you can add and swap out anything you want after that. But out of the box, it's light, shades, music, and then sort of a on scene, off scene, and then toggling TV inputs. So on the TV side, I can tap back, scroll around, really easy response. It clicks well, it feels great. I can launch into Netflix. It works really well. We've got volume on the side, and then if I want to turn off the TV, I just press the button on the top. If there's anything I don't have a button for, the voice button in here is running AI.XOS. Any of those voice commands, set the lights to 4,000 Kelvin, open the shades, watch Apple TV, turn on subtitles, that voice button gets you all of those capabilities. So we're really excited about this product, and it's to be shipping probably around October, November. It's getting very close. So we've shown you a lot today. I'm gonna have Josh give us a quick recap, but that's our demo experience.
From Josh Vision with the Door Station to the amazing new updates with AI.XOS, and of course the unlimited potential we showed with Josh Edge, there's so much to love about Josh.ai. This concludes the demo, but outside we have more to experience, and the Josh team will be happy to take any questions you might have. Thank you so much for joining us in Glass House by Josh.ai at CEDIA 2025.
So we'll exit out that way. Thank you all for joining us, and the team's happy to answer any questions about products or anything.